You're about to do your first intro. You're either in your neighborhood or you're about to pick up the phone and make a call. And what's step one before you do an intro? You need to make sure you're positive. So you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Literally, like before the first introduction, you need to check yourself, check your frequency and your state of mind. Because if you're at a bad frequency, it's not going to matter what you say. The introduction is going to go bad until you can raise yourself to a higher frequency. So your prospects are going to sense your vibe more than they listen to what you're saying at first. So at the beginning, they aren't really interested in what you have to say. They're just feeling the vibe you're putting off. So if you're in a combative mood, if you're even a little grouchy, if you're like tired, you need to do some push-ups, rub that dust out of your eye. Because if you can raise your frequency, you can do that like by doing push-ups, like I said, listening to some pump-up music, writing down your goals, envisioning your goals, maybe even some meditation. But if you can raise your frequency and be the proper mix of chill, laid back, but still, energetic and full of life, that's going to be the best thing you can do in the introduction. And what you have to do next is break preoccupation, and being positive will help break preoccupation. You need to be like looking good and be beaming, because if you're looking like a slouch or a slacker and you're not dialed in and you go out there, they're gonna be like, I don't want to talk to this guy. But if you're super clean cut and beaming, you're full of life, you have a great attitude, you're smiling, you got to hit them with that smile right when you walk in, they're going to be more apt to talk to you. It kind of catches them off. And like looking good does help with that. Like obviously that's kind of a natural thing, but like you need to do all you can with what you got to look good, because like male or female, if you go up there looking good, I mean, I imagine if you're a female, this will really work. But if you're like looking good and beaming and like ready to go, like people are at least going to stop for a second and be like, okay, what's up? What's this guy doing? So you need to break preoccupation. And then I like to get right into it. I don't like to, oh, hey, cool flowers or whatever, like how some people do. I like to get into it. I like to be like, hey, I'm out here with, blah, 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 security. I was seeing you didn't have a camera here overlooking your car. I get you a camera here. I can get you one of them video doorbell cameras. Have you ever seen those before? Blah, blah, blah. Just start getting into it and like start raising their interest, because if they've thought about putting a camera overlooking their cars or a doorbell camera, you're going to kind of see it in their eyes. Like, you know what I mean? And getting right into it, they're less likely to be like, get out of here, because you're kind of gauging, do they have interest in this? And then, so start presenting your offer. Start providing information to gain interest from them. So you could be like, hey, I could get you set up with 3 cameras, and if you qualify, it's no money down. Blah, blah, blah. Look at this. You know what I mean? Start giving them some hook, line, and sinkers, whatever your offer is. I could guarantee this and this and this, but don't give too much info. You can't give it all in the intro, but you have to give enough to raise the interest. And you got to be ready for the smoke screens. So every time someone throws a smoke screen, you got to agree and like say great. Like just be ready to say great no matter what they say. So like, not interested. Great. Too expensive. Perfect. I'm busy. Super. You just have to be positive and like ready to go. And you have to know this is a smoke screen, because if they say they're not interested before you even say what you're there selling, like obviously you don't know, they might be interested. It's just a smoke screen. Or if they say too expensive before you said the price, like you got to do some more digging, because they don't even know the price. How do they know if it's too expensive? I'm busy. Yeah, if they're drinking a freaking beer watching football, you're not that busy, bro. You got 2 minutes, talk to me for a commercial break. Or if they just say something that's like not true, like some people are like, oh, it's a safe neighborhood. And I'm like, yeah, like I guess it's safer than some neighborhoods, but it's not necessarily like, you know what I'm saying? But never say that. So you always agree. So like, oh yeah, that's actually why we're out here. I agree with you. This is a really safe neighborhood. And if you've seen some of the signs popping up, people want to keep this neighborhood safe. So that's why Donna and whoever else got the security system hooked up. What they really love about it is just kind of address it, agree, and then move on. Just kind of act like it's just a complaint. I'm busy. Be like, oh, that's perfect. So am I. I'll be super quick. With these, you just have to find a way to address them, move on. But yeah, main thing, check your attitude, raise your frequency, be positive, and you're going to break preoccupation. and at least get into finding some facts if they're interested.